Hi, it's Phil here. Welcome to the Bison lair. We've been asked by a few people to share some of the technology that we've been using for our online streaming stuff. We've been experimenting with quite a lot of different bits of technology, different bits of software over recent months. Starting out with audio, and we've found Mixlr, which is a great streaming service. We're doing some really cool stuff streaming over 3G with them. We're really happy with that. We're more happy that they've just recently given us a very generous pro account for the next 12 months, so we're going to be doing a lot more experimentation with that. If you're interested in that kind of thing, then we really suggest you check them out on mixlr.com, mixlr.com. But we've also been wanting to really branch out into looking at how we can use video as well, and how we can use video to not only stream our own gigs, whether they're just online from the studio or whether they're being broadcast from a live event with an audience, but also looking at how we can use video to collaborate with other musicians and artists and to work with them remotely. So we've been doing quite a lot of work recently with experimenting with different video technology, looking at different video conferencing bits of technology, how we can get audio streams to work with those. And we came up with something for one of our recent events whereby we were able to pull in remote streams, video streams and audio streams from both London and from Atlanta, to pull them into the studio and then to broadcast them out using YouTube. So what I thought it would be worthwhile doing is sharing the setup that we used for that, to show you all the different little pieces, all the different components that we put together in order to do that. It wasn't perfect by any means. We had some gremlins, we had some glitches and things, but we learned a hell of a lot, and it's been a really good experience for working out what does work, working out what doesn't work, and then looking at the things that we can improve upon, and looking at what new things we can start to experiment with. So the setup that we're using comprises of two different computers. We've got a laptop here, and running next to it we have another computer here, and each of these machines has a specific job to do. It has its own task. The laptop here is solely handling the incoming video and audio streams for our remote locations, and it's doing that through a piece of bespoke web software which we actually wrote for this purpose. We're finding that applications like Skype and all sorts of other video conferencing software just weren't providing the audio quality that we required. This machine here is dealing with all of the video mixing, bringing in different cameras, mixing pre-recorded video, and then sending a final video stream out and broadcasting it to YouTube. So why are we running this on two different machines? Well, because we were finding that when we were trying to run it all on one, because we're doing loads of video processing, we're transcoding at the same time, which is where we're preparing the video signal to send it to YouTube. We're doing all sorts of different audio processing as well to get the audio signal as good as we can. We're finding that just running it on one computer was just proving way too much. It was just becoming really cumbersome for one computer to handle. So that's why we split it out, so that we've just got two different computers handling specific tasks. So then the way that we get our audio and video from this machine to this machine so that we can broadcast it, the audio is reasonably simple. We've got a cable coming out of the headphone jack on this machine here. That's coming into this little mixer here. That mixer is then connected to this machine here. We do a little bit of audio processing through Ableton just to clean up the sound, get rid of any extra noise that we might be getting, and then that signal is then ready to send out. The video is a little more complicated, because actually getting video from one computer to another isn't actually that easy. So we kind of went the DIY approach. And what we've actually got running on here is a piece of software called CamTwist. It's a very clever little bit of software. It's also super clever because it's free. What it allows us to do is mix between all sorts of different video streams. So we can connect up multiple different cameras, we can connect up with multiple different pre-recorded bits of video, and then we can mix in between those. We get a preview here, and what you're actually seeing here is a signal from this little webcam here. This is just a really cheap USB webcam, which is plugged into this machine here. And essentially it just allows us to record either from the studio, record ourselves, or what we're actually doing for sending out a signal from our remote locations was we were literally pointing this camera at the screen on this computer, setting it to full screen, and then just recording the stream coming in. And that was kind of giving us a really nice Super 8 effect, a kind of a real degraded look, which is what we were going for, which was kind of fitting in with the pre-recorded video that we had. So all of the video then comes into this machine, so we're not having to deal with transferring video, we're not sending stuff over wires or anything. It's literally just coming in here. So CamTwist does all of our video mixing. You can do all sorts of other clever things. You can add effects, you can add titles, all sorts of stuff. We have one other piece of software running on this machine, which is the Flash Media Encoder. And essentially what this is doing is it's taking our stream from CamTwist and it's then encoding it. It's encoding the video and the audio, and it's then sending that up the pipe to YouTube. So the signal that you see on the right hand side there is actually a live signal that it's sending to YouTube. So it's a reasonably simple setup. You could run all of this on one machine. All of the software that we're using is free. The only piece of software here which is Mac specific is CamTwist, but I'm sure there'd be PC equivalents if you wanted to run this kind of setup on a PC. And essentially that is it. Well, I say that's all there is to it, but actually there's a few other little bits and pieces running in the background just to tie it all together. So we have a little piece of software called Soundflower, which allows us to route audio from one application to another. We've also got Ableton running on each of these machines, just so that we can take an audio signal, add some filtering and equalization, just to improve things a little bit. We're not 100% happy with the setup. It's very much experimental at the moment. We're not particularly happy with the audio quality as it stands at the moment. We're going to be looking at other conferencing technology just to see whether we can find something which has much better audio quality. We've also run into a few problems with triggering YouTube rights control, which is stopping a stream when it thinks that it's detected something that's pre-recorded. So we need to look at the streaming technology that we're going to use moving forward. But it's all starting to come together. We're really excited by this technology, and we're going to continue to share it with you through little videos like this and through blog posts that we're going to put online. If you want to continue to find out more about that, then you can go to our website at hugsbison.com. You'll find information about upcoming gigs that we've got, online events that we've got, and you can also go there to buy our debut album, A Touch Sensitive. So until next time, from the Bison Lair, goodbye.